But the truth is, until you get to a level where your business can grow and function without you, then you've not started business. You are just a jobber. Okay, the first question you want to ask yourself is, can your business function without you? Yes or no? The answer is most times they say no. The next question you want to ask yourself again is, can your business grow without you? A lot of entrepreneurs and CEOs will say no, or business owners will say no. But the truth is, until you get to a level where your business can grow and function without you, then you've not started business. You are just a jobber. You're just somebody who goes to work every morning like every other person. But when you get to the level of an investor, just like the rich dad poor dad will say, then you are no longer a jobber, you are now running a business as an investor. So can your business grow without you? The answer should be yes. It should be able to grow without you. Can your business function? Can your entity function without you? The answer also should be yes. But if you have no to both answers, then you're just killing yourself. Now, if your business can function without you and your business can grow without you, then there must be some certain things you must put in place. One of them is systems and processes. I always tell people, I said, systems are made up of processes. For me, a structure is made up of systems. So I am a structure as a human being, and I have systems. And in those systems, there are processes, or there are functions, or there are tasks, or there are activities. So we have tasks, activities, or functions in a process, and then the process comes together to form the system, and the systems come together to form the structure. So you can ask sometimes, is your business structured? So if you say your business is structured, for example, then you can run your business without you being there on a daily basis. Or the business can run by itself on its own without you being there. But if the business can run without you being there, or can function without you being there, or can grow without you being there, then you don't have a structure. And if you don't have a structure, it means that you don't have a system. And when there is no system, there are probably no processes. Now, if you have processes in place, and you have systems in place, and you have a structure in place, then your business should be able to run by itself without you being there. And then that structure, which is made up of systems, should be able to drive the business to grow whether you are there or not. Second thing is, how effective are your method or your methodology of delegation? Do you delegate right? Do you delegate to the right person? Do you delegate the right responsibilities? Because we say delegation is the responsibility that fuels our progress. So if you delegate right, then the people will do it right. Now, before you delegate, what do? You have to train and develop. If you don't train and develop your line managers, and your line managers don't train and develop their subordinates or their supervisors, it becomes an issue, so that when you delegate from the top, it doesn't flow down. The manager will keep it, and those under will be bereft, or they will be kept out of the system, and before you know, that system will collapse because the manager is refusing to further delegate. Now, how can you delegate? You delegate by looking at the person who is most competent to handle some certain task, even if sometimes they are not the one responsible for that task. And if you have somebody who is responsible for that task, and you can delegate to the person, you know the person is competent enough, matured, and has the experience to carry out that task, then that delegation can lead to a functional system and, of course, a functional structure. What you also need to do is that when you want to run a business that can function without you and can grow, you must, from day one, in the process of recruit those who are vision-based. People who know can run your vision with you. So when you are recruiting, you are telling the people so that they can understand your vision. And you must find that their mindset, their thinking, their reasoning, their attitude, their competence, their maturity, their experience is in sync with your vision. If it is not, you are going to have issues of being able to grow, because you'll be telling them where you are going. Later on, when you recruited them and they can't find it, they can't see it. All right. So you also have to find a way to automate. Automation is key. And when you automate, you must make sure you also implement. Automation means that you put an IT system in place to help human resource function well. to help accounts function well, to help procurement function well, to help even recruitment function well. And then emails in the office have to be automated. All right. The days of paper are gone. There are reasons why you have to work in the office most times without papers. And even with paper, you must also sync it with the structure of the system or the IT infrastructure that you have. If things are automated in the office, it helps the system to run well. And if the system is running well, then it helps you to relax, take your vacation, go on leave, or work from home. Now, when we say, can your business function without you? It's what we are experiencing today when we talk about virtual work or remote working. If there are no automated system or an automated system in place, your business will find it difficult to function with some of these Gen Zs who are working from home. It becomes difficult for you to be able to hire the right hands to work with you. Another thing again is for you to try and build a strong culture. A strong culture enables you to build on other things. If you have a strong base, a strong cultural base for the organization, you can put your system on top, you can put your process on top, you can put your automation on top. What it means is that you have built a culture where people use IT. You have built a culture where people work paperless. You have built a culture where people report. You have built a culture where people receive delegated responsibilities without complaint, and they work with other people in that same ecosystem to achieve results on a regular basis. Once you build that structure, it is easy for you to run the business and allow the business to function and grow, whether you are there or you are not. And what you also need to know about culture, building culture, is you have to drive culture with training. You have to drive culture with meetings. You have to drive culture with mentoring, with coaching. You have to drive culture with your core values. That's how cultures or culture, organizational culture is built. Now, what you also need to do for you to be able to function well and your business function well, and for them to be able to grow, you have to have a clear vision. Clear vision. We want to be amongst the first in the next 3 years. Targets. Give targets to everybody. Goals. Give them goals. Goals are targets you need to meet within a period of time. Like when you play football, for example, there's a goal post. The time given is 90 minutes, and the target is that goal post. And that is when you score, is when you are referred to as the winner. The higher you score, that's how you are referred to as the winner. So that's what we mean by goals. So for these goals, you must ensure that the goal is targeted towards growth and the goal is targeted towards functionality. How are the different departments, the different processes, the different systems in place, how are they functioning so they can function as an ecosystem? They can function as an organism, because the word organization was gotten from organism. All right, and what makes organisms is systems, and what makes those systems are organs. Those organs are called processes. So if you do all of these, you put in place a clear continuous improvement system, measuring or monitoring and evaluation. You come up with your results. Those results you get, you can use it to evaluate each person and use it to come up with a clear improvement process or improvement culture in the organization. We are doing it right now for one of the major players in the solar industry or solar panel industry. What they have done have been to run a system before now, system that without the MD does not work. Checks are signed by him, papers are approved, everything revolves around him. To go to on leave is an issue. What we now did was to separate him from the entity. So we built a backbone. For us, that backbone is what we call internal control process. That internal control process takes care of all the nitty-gritties, leaves fraud in the box, and makes sure everybody is effective and efficient. Then that person reports to the MD. That system, that backbone, is what looks at procurement, it's what looks at punctuality, it's what looks at human resource, it's what looks at account, it's what looks at operations, it's what looks at the IT. That internal control system looks at all of this and presents a report to the MD. So the MD can be anywhere in the world, having his party, having his holiday, having his training or education or whatever it is he has gone to do. But there's a process in place, and there's an internal control in place, and there's something in place that coordinates all of these activities, and he can oversee them wherever he is in the world. That's also where automation comes to play a major role, because I can be in Nigeria, in any part of Nigeria, and see what's happening in my office. There's a CCTV there. We have a WhatsApp platform. We have an AROP, a process, an IT infrastructure in place that can make me see the functions and the activities of everybody. I'm able to say, you are not doing this right, do it this way. And I can get emails, I can get chats, I can get SMSs, I can get all the messages. and I can give instructions from wherever I am in the world. Our accounting system is structured like what we do for the solar business. We structure the accounting system in such a way that the MD can be anywhere, approvals can be given, and the line managers have some certain levels of approval as well. And all of these are controlled by internal control process. So at the end of the day, yes, your business can run without you. It can function without you and can also grow without you. Thank you.